seriously really enjoying that.
It's so
Like,
calming, but also I'm not gonna lie to you. Yesterday I was like, maybe I should just go back to bed. I was like, this is like, oh, I should just. It's cool. I can go to bed. It's fine.
it's very calming. All right, I gotta try and make sure it ends. All right, cool. So hey everybody. Welcome to day 21. 21 of the 24 days of quickies. We have almost made it. I have went live every day of these 21 days, with the exception of one day. There was one Sunday I was like, I need a me day. I need a break. I need just a little bit of separation from the computer. So I have been here every day saying hello to you guys, and it has been delightful. Lindsay's been here a majority of the days.
Have I? I feel like I came in the middle, but I guess that's not true.
But I don't even remember. I don't
know. It's
I
fine. I'm here. I'm doing everything.
You're here. And that's let's see. The first time you came in,
I was the Christmas armadillo.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm gonna go back and try and find the armadillo of when you were. Let's see, that was one of the, so there was the 10th. Oh, nope, there was one on the 9th. You were there the 9th. I think you came in on the 9th.
So that's kind of the middle.
That's a good amount. I don't know. I like having you here.
I like being here. It's a very nice way. I mean, like, I will say I'm going to be really excited to get back to my like schlubbing on my couch with my smoothie. It's going to be nice. But I am more productive because I'm like, I have to get up, I have to get a shower, I have to get my smoothie, I have to get my supplements, go upstairs, meet with Marley, answer email. Like, I'm way more productive. It's better.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, this is great. This has been good for all of us. And it seems like all of you here have been enjoying this. I see a lot of you in the chat room back for another daily dose of Marley and Lindsay. So welcome. We're glad you're here. So many of you saying hi, and I just like, I don't even know where to start. Gavin, Kazera, Cindy, Tracy, D, Jean, Crochet Passion, Patty Wan Kenobi, House CEO, Linda Bell, Becky, my mom is here. She was like, hello, Glenda, don't block me today, Glenda. I need to get in, Glenda. And I was like, okay, mom, I'm going live. Jill, Diane, Thea, Beatty Yarn Gal 83, Stephanie. Oh my gosh, Angela is here. I love when Angela is. She's like, hi everyone, let's make sure we thumbs up while we're waiting. Smash that like button. I think that makes me feel so good. Thank you guys. You guys are absolutely fantastic. So after yesterday's show, I can attest to the fact a lot of people have sent me messages and emails, left comments of, we love your videos, and there's so many great ideas out there. And so many who agree with us that it's like you have so many videos that are project-based that half the time people aren't searching for project-based. They're looking for specific skills, which I totally understand. And I definitely want to do more of that. The other part that I didn't really talk too much about yesterday is that my contract with Red Heart, and then since then Your Inspirations, has been project-based. Like they needed videos, project-based videos. So with the number of videos I do have done and need to do, that's why there are so many project-based videos. But I absolutely see where, I absolutely could go in and say, how to do an SSK and just show how to do an SSK. I don't even have to go into the details of what does this really do? What are some alternatives to the SSK? Maybe that's a separate video. What else could I use instead of an SSK? Or, what's an SKP? Or if I just knit two through the back leg, is that the same thing? Or, there's all these things that I guess I know, but you kind of take for granted. Anyways,
all of that. I think that could be true. But like, I remember, I don't know, one time when I was visiting you, I had a project that I needed to cast off. I know it must have been like Hades froze over. It's and I was like, I just don't like how tight my bind off is. And you were like, oh, do this kind of bind off. I'm like, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. I just don't have a lot. I know how to knit. I know how to crochet. I will follow blindly. Like if it says do this thing, I'm like, I don't ask why. I'm just like, okay, it's a decision I don't have to make. And so and you were like, oh, do it like this. And that's the only bind off I use because it's fantastic. So pretty. Yeah. And it's the perfect amount of stretch. It's amazing for hats. It's great for socks. Like it's my favorite. And you were literally like, oh, and I was like, wait, I don't know that I'm getting it. And I think it was like, you did it once. You're like, get it? I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like, that bind off, I mean, because I went at the time when I came home, I was helping at my local yarn shop. All of her help had quit. She needed help, and I had the time. So I was helping her, and somebody was like, I just don't like my bind offs. I'm like, I have an answer. And then it became like the thing everyone at the table was doing on knit night, when we could do that. Oh, sadness. And so I was, but like that kind of, I mean, just that kind of, you have that kind of encyclopedic knowledge of like, this is a really good bind off for these type things. This is a really good bind off for these type things. Like that kind of encyclopedic knowledge. Like, I mean, why do you think I text you and I'm like, what do I
do? Well, thank you. It made me feel good. It made me feel good in the sense that you guys are definitely all like, hey, we want to watch more. We just might not want to watch a full video on how to do this project. We want to know bits of it. And I get it. Like, I get it. That's great. So thank you, all of you, for all of that, because that means a lot.
You remember, I think Ann and I were at your house and you had to film a video and it had the cluster, like you were crocheting it and it had the cluster stitch.
Yes. The little girl.
Ann and I are sitting, like Marley's office was set up where like her office was, it was like a long skinny room and her office part was over here, like with her yarn, which is their podcast and everything. And there was like a little divider, like it was like a yarn divider. Let's be clear. It was yarn. Yeah. And then over here was like her filming studio with all the cameras and lights and everything and the pretty backdrops and all the things she was doing. And so she's crocheting along. And so Ann and I are over here working on the projects Marley's given us, test knitting for her. And Marley's filming, and every time she needs to say cluster stitch, she says cluster. And Ann and I are like, don't laugh. We're 12. It's fine. She's like, cluster. I'm like, can't take it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's good. So I have some ideas of what I want to do for the future as far as video content and such. I hope to give you guys more of what you want and just really drive up. Like there's this part of me that like I want to make a gigantic goal for next year, like one of those goals that you look at it, you're like, you can't obtain that, but if you obtain that, whoa, sort of goal, yeah, I want to hit 500,000 subscribers. I have zero control over that. That's the hard part about a goal like that is I have zero control over that.
If you set a goal of like, I want to make this much money in ad revenue, you can control that a little bit more because you can drive people to your.
But subscribers, I have zero control over. Yeah. The only thing I have control when it comes to subscribers is giving them content they want, making people want to feel like they want to be a part of this and subscribe and such. But I feel like if I say that out loud, the 500,000 subscriber mark, that's where I want to be at this time next year. Now
you can do it. I believe in you.
That's huge, guys. I mean, that's if y'all don't really kind of know, like that is a gigantic goal.
You're at 250.
I would love to be there. 240, I think I'm at 240. Okay. But I would like it. So I mean, that's huge. I mean, that is a huge goal, but I would love to be there. And it will happen someday, but it's okay.
Lisa just asked, what kind of bind off do you speak of? I feel like I need this in my life. It's so easy, guys.
I've shown
I don't even know what it's called. Like, I just know how to do it.
I call it my stretchy bind off. It essentially, y'all, you knit 2 stitches, and then the 2 stitches that are your right hand needle, you knit them together like through the back leg, like an SSK.
Yeah, I call it the SSK. I call it the SSK. Not
yeah. So you knit 2 stitches and then you work essentially an SSK. So you're left with 1 stitch on your right hand needle. Yeah. So then you knit 1 more stitch and you work essentially like an SSK and you're left with 1 stitch. And so you get a nice stretchy bind off. I've used it on some other things. I think on a couple of bubbles that I've done on here, but it's one of my favorite bind offs. So yeah. So thank you to all of you for that for sure. Side notes, so I'm part of a group on Facebook that it's like Facebook, gosh, what is it called here? I gotta see what the name is, because it's one of those groups that it has nothing to do with knitting or crochet, but I'm a part of it because it has to do with running a Facebook page and a Facebook group. Right. That's what it is. It's called Grow Your Audience Facebook Pages and Group. And so this guy gets on there and he says, attaches the image of the error message I'm getting. There are no other options or adjustments for the settings, blah, blah, blah. It's essentially he's getting the error that I was getting, right? And I wrote, did you change to the new page experience? And he said, I had no other choice. And I was like, okay, I'm about to save you a ton of time. Go and switch back. I said, you've lost control. You've lost access to your business manager. This is what is happening here. Nobody will tell you this. This is what's going on. Facebook is zero help. You need to revert back to your old things, to your old page. I said, the whole situation is a hot mess that Facebook is not acknowledging. He says, I can't even find the option to revert back. Do you have any idea? So I sent him a screenshot of what I had. And he said, I don't even have that. Like, he sent screenshots of his. He doesn't even have those options, you guys. So it's like Facebook told him, hey, we're switching you in 7 days. We're switching you in 6 days. We're switching you in 5 days. They switched him and he doesn't have an option to revert back.
Oh my God.
And so I was like, okay, I feel really bad for you, but you're going to have to figure out who the admin is of your business manager, because that's who you need.
It's Facebook. That's what it is.
Need this all with, right? And somebody's like, oh, it's because of GDPR restrictions. I'm like, no,
it's not.
I'm not guys.
It's not GDPR.
I'm like, trust me, and then remember yesterday, I told you guys that somebody had emailed and they were like, oh, looks like everything's resolved. Yeah. Like, they went in and they're like, oh, you now have a role in this page and on this business manager, you should be good to go. And I just want to be like, you were zero help. You're jumping in at the final hour. Like, yeah, you got it fixed. We did it.
I would like to, from my grandma, my grandma told me to tell you.
Right. So
she didn't know how to flip somebody off.
But I will tell you something else. Last night, I woke up about midnight to go pee. And I always check my phone because I don't have an alarm clock. So I check my phone to see what time it is. And then, of course, I always end up kind of like, did I miss something on Facebook? Because, when you're your own business owner, you kind of just want to pay attention to, is anything happening on your page? So I go to my page and it comes up, new page experience. And I was like, abort. Like, I turned off my phone. I'm like, I can't even look at it's midnight. I'm not awake. I don't even want to like go.
Yeah, no, I called Jean because Jean's page is really, I think they're doing it. I think they're doing like personalities, like people before they're doing businesses, because it hasn't started popping up in my Facebook groups. And so I think they're doing people first. But like, I called Jean. I was like, okay, look, when you're at your computer and you have a minute, we've got to talk about how to make sure that neither of us lose access to our business manager, because Marley just went through this whole thing. And like, I have steps written out. She's like, okay, we're going to make this plan. We're going to do it after Destination Lane signups close. I'm like, absolutely. Like, she's like, that sounds like the worst experience. I was like, it really was terrifying. Like, I don't know how Marley survived.
Because nobody, the AIs, they aren't listening. I got to clean my glasses. They're really filthy.
Oh my God. I did that when we got before we went live. And my mom always said, she's like, John, clean your glasses. Right. And then my dad put it on. He goes, it's like HD.
That's funny. That's like your sister.
Now I do it to Dave. I'm like, honey, let me make your life HD. And I clean his glasses and give him back. And he's like, oh.
That is so cute. Your sister posted a video of your dad singing to
Tannenbaum.
And I was sitting there and I was watching it and I was crying. I was like, oh my gosh.
Can you hear my mom laugh in the back?
I did. Yeah. I was just like, that is just the best. That is just the best.
My dad was a saint. We had 2 Christmas trees in the house.
Uh-huh.
One in my mom's living room. It was like the formal Christmas tree with the presents under it. And then my pop Christmas tree, the one the dog ate the candy off of.
Right.
And we as children liked the colored lights, and my mother did not. She wanted white lights only.
That's my mom.
And I want only white lights. I feel like a terrible human being that I made my dad do that. My mom suffer through it because I'm like, oh, I only like white lights. It's fine. Mm-hmm. Your taste change. And my dad is like intense about Christmas lights. We would have like I guess we'd have like a 7.5, 8-foot tree because we had tall ceilings, like the formal tree. And my dad was like, the tree should glow from the inside. So the number of lights my dad would put on a tree was astronomical, because you don't wrap the branches, you stuff it on the inside so that the outside can hold all the pretty ornaments and then it glows, right? So my dad is stuffing lights into these trees, not just colored, but now he has to balance the color and the white. Lit both trees twice every year, and then had to unlight the trees at the end of the season. And finally my mom was like, you know what, John? Christmas lights are cheap. We're just going to throw them away. And my dad was like, this is the best Christmas present you've ever given me.
I dated a guy once And I went to his base. We were his room was in the basement. And the pool table and everything was down there, right? So we went down there and we had to get something out of the storage unit. I can't remember the storage area. And his Christmas tree was in there, like all decorated, all everything. It just had saran wrap around it. And I was like, what is this? He goes, oh, we stopped taking it down, putting it back up. We just wrap it up with saran wrap. And when it's time to pull it out, we pull it out and unwrap it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. You know?
Oh no, I have a friend who does that. She actually like commissioned someone to make a bag for her Christmas tree. And she pulls like the heirlooms that are like super breakable and fragile that like her grandmother or her mom made or gave. She pulls those off and that's how they decorate their tree. But she puts it in a bag and her husband picks it up and puts it in the attic.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. I love it. So here we are coming up to the big day of Christmas. I know Hanukkah is coming to an end. Did it end last night or it's coming to an end?
Oh no, it was 2 or 3 nights ago.
Oh, okay. All right. So Hanukkah came to an end.
I think
tomorrow.
I think it was the 18th was the last night.
Tomorrow is the 22nd. Do you guys remember what the 22nd is?
Isn't it Yule?
No. So the 22nd of December is my anniversary.
Oh, I know. Yes.
But then it's also when Mike is going to come over here to get his check. Remember? Oh, yeah. So I get to see Mike tomorrow after the materials show up. Yeah. So that's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. Actually, it's going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. Everything's.
It really is going to be fine. How highly recommended he is. I'm sure it's going to be great.
They are. The company is very highly recommended. The owner was fantastic. I met him. Like it's all that. It's purely a business thing of I need to have something on site before I will give you money. It's just the way it is. So that's going to be fine. So that happens tomorrow, but that means we're that much closer to the start of the basement. So it's supposed to start the Monday after Christmas. So next week, next week, my basement will be starting. Like they're going to start
construction zone.
Yeah, they'll probably have to start the framing is where it would start.
Do they have to put in any plumbing or is that already roughed in?
I have roughed in plumbing, but there's still like some of the plumbing they're going to have to do.
But they don't have to like jackhammer anything.
No, all of that's done. What they do have to jackhammer though is I want them to put plugs in the floor where the studio is going to be.
That is so important for you.
So yes. I have them putting plugs in the floor where the studio is going to be and in the ceiling. So that way I want to mount my lights from the ceiling and have them plugged into the ceiling.
And that'll make you have so much more floor space.
Oh my gosh. And so I'm like super excited. I even ran that idea past Michael, DJ Mike, everybody.
DJ
Michael. So as I was talking to him about our idea, I told him that I was getting the basement done and that I was doing that in the studio space. And he's like, oh, that's a really good idea. And I said, well, I thought so. Cause I mean, I've dealt with this for so long. Like I have an idea of what I want. And like, my contractor guy, he was the sales guy. He was laughing at me because I said, I want all of my plugs to not just be like 2 plugs. That's got to be 4. He's like, all of them? And I said, you don't understand. Like, first off, do I need all of them to be 4? Probably not. But when it's time for me to plug something in, I don't want to have to hunt for a plug somewhere and then not have enough space. Like I'm
also
tired
have
of
to
this.
like, oh, this has to be plugged in over here. I need this electrical cord and this
I'm so done
cord.
with that.
Like, can I get it close enough? Like that is the worst.
Yeah. Well, and I told him too, I said, I understand what to code is. And I understand that I can have things closer, it's just going to cost more money because it's more boxes, it's more this or that. I was like, I don't care. I said, that's why I'm having it built is because I know what I need. He's like, oh, okay. Like he thinks I'm crazy with how many different plug areas. And I'm just like, I mean, even if we sold the house, having plugs in the floor is not a bad idea for people who want like a table and a lamp or something there,
right, and if you want a lamp in your room, you have to find some way to cover the cord.
Exactly. So I mean, there's benefits.
My mom built the house I grew up in. My mom built they changed all kinds of things in it, and afterwards, my mom had 2 chairs that faced the TV and floating in the middle of the room, like they weren't against a wall. And she wanted a light so that she could read, and she was like, "I'm not going to trip over that." She called an electrician, said, "I want you to put a electrical plug right," and she had like an X on the floor and everything. She's like, right here.
Yep.
And he's like, "That's so weird." And my mom's like, "I don't care."
It's brilliant. It's brilliant is what it is.
It's brilliant. I'm now, as an adult, when I want to float a light, and I'm like, Why are there not plugs in the floor?
Right. That's exactly right. So that'll be the only jackhammering they have to do. Other than that, everything else is done. And I mean, I'll go down there I'll probably go down there this weekend after we pull out, because all of my luggage is down there. We didn't store anything else down there. All my luggage is down there. So I got to pull all the luggage out, and I'll probably film it all kind of like, all right, here's where we are. This is what it looks like beforehand. Let it begin. And so that's exciting. That's super exciting.
I'm excited for you.
It's going to be hard because the noise is going to be a little bit extravagant, like, so doing any sort of filming and stuff, it's going to be different. I'm going to have to do it at night, which is fine. But I'm very happy. I'm very excited about it all. So that should be really good. So that happens next week.
I'm excited for you to have your space. I'm excited for you to be able to film in that space.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to come help you in your space and stay with you. I'm excited about our ideas for next year.
Yeah.
Podcasts, so many things. There's good stuff happening, changes on the horizon. And I just feel like, yeah, things feel good. Things feel like 2021 is going to be good. It's going to be good. It's gotta be good. Well, I did see a meme that was like, if y'all think 2020 was bad, wait till she turns 21 drinking.
Well, that's funny.
And I was like, well, if 2020 is any indication, she's probably going to pass out pretty quick. So I'm for it.
Chris Lopez is asking if there's an estimated time of completion. They told me about the first week of March. So it's about 2 months is where it is.
That's not terrible. 8 weeks.
No.
That's not terrible.
No. And I mean, it's construction. So I'm expecting 12 weeks, honestly, if I'm being honest.
That's more realistic. I mean,
but the good news is I don't have build-ins. I mean, the biggest build-in is my bathroom, because I'm having a bathroom put in, y'all. That's the biggest lesson I learned at the old house. I don't know how many times I nearly wet myself trying to run up the stairs to get to the bathroom because I had to go. Like, you just have to go. Like,
and here, my bathroom here from those stairs.
No, it was awful. So my bathroom here is literally on the other side of that wall. So like I go out this door and I just make like a U-turn, right? Like, it's a beautiful thing. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. But at my old studio, I didn't have a bathroom in the basement. And I was like, that's the number one thing I wanted to make sure I put in, which is, I mean, that's one of the reasons it's costing a little bit more money too. Because bathrooms cost money. I'm also having a washer and dryer put in the basement for washing towels, that's so I can just keep everything down there in the basement, because I'm having a tub put in that I can actually fit into. And then
so
also
what you're saying is that I have to like schedule time in that tub when I'm there, because you might be soaking in it.
Right. Yeah. So I wanted to have a washer and dryer down there. And then also, if I had guests come over, I wanted them to be able to do their laundry, and I wanted to be able to do like my own felting or anything like that I wanted to have done. So I have a space for all that. So I'm very excited.
You also have very active teenage boys. So having an extra washer and dryer,
it's not a bad idea. It's not a terrible idea at all. So I'm very happy about all of that. So that is coming up next week. 24 Days of Quickies will come to an end on the 24th.
On Christmas.
Which all of a sudden in my brain, I'm like, is that Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. So Thursday, Christmas Eve, y'all, that will be our very last 24 Days of Quickies here. But that does not mean it's the last Lindsay and Marley show. We will transition all of this over to the After Dark Book Club. More details with that will come soon. I have to get through some other stuff first, but we'll be doing some stuff there, right? Yeah. Stuff is happening. So those are the details of what's going on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at 24 Days of Quickies, because I feel like we should. Probably should pull that up. What are they saying?
Albertine said, number 1, the plugs. Number 2, the bathroom.
Yeah, that's so true. It's true. And everybody who's been to my house gets it. They're like, you're putting the bathroom in, right? Because everybody remembers, like, it was bad, like bad.
I mean, the first time I was in your basement, I was like, I gotta pee. And you were like, you gotta go upstairs. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be rough.
Yeah, you gotta go. And you're trying to get up the stairs quickly at the same time, holding it all together so that
and also, like, those stairs were steep.
Yeah.
They were steep stairs, y'all. It was not like a little, like,
yeah.
It was like,
yep. My mom is asking, After Dark Book Club, question mark, I'll be asleep. It's not necessarily always going to be at dark, Mom.
Dark, Mom.
It's just a play on words because it's like the romance books. It's all the sexy books, Mom. You know, when you say, oh, Marley, you and those sexy books. Yep. We're going to talk about it, Mom. All right. Okay. I'm going to do a share.
All right. So what's free today?
What's free to? That's a great way to say it too. What is free today? Are you looking at it?
Free today?
All right. Y'all know the drill. This is the URL. It should be in your folder. If you don't know how to do that, look at the video description box. There's a video. Okay. So I'm going to scroll, and there is a lot here, y'all, because we've been doing this a while. And there have been some really great patterns. I'm very thrilled with everything we've been able to put together here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. And yes, there are ads, everybody. And I get it that when you're on mobile, it looks a little different than when you're on desktop, but I mean, it's how I pay the bills. Okay. Gosh, cute stuff. I love
so many really great patterns.
I know. Seriously, super cute stuff. I love all of it. And there's been some wonderful holiday armadillo stuff. I have one coming up tomorrow. We still have today's. This is almost gone, y'all. So this will be going away at the last day of the 24 Days of Quickies will be the last day you could get this, just so that you guys know. After that, we're going to take them off the shelf. I don't know what will happen after that, but that will be it. This ends at the end of the year.
Do not miss that bundle. Do not miss it. You will regret it. Do not miss it.
I'm just like, y'all, you're willing to spend $2 on a pattern, and those are 37 cents a pattern.
Right?
Let's think about this a minute. Okay, still going. I mean, look at this. We're only on day 13. Holy crap. I mean, there's so many patterns. There's so many
patterns, Marley.
So many good things. And tomorrow, I forgot about this. Tomorrow, these lovely ladies are going to come on, and we're going to give away a free copy of the winter issue of Crochet Foundry magazine.
Ooh,
and
nice.
I think it was a $25 gift certificate to Furls. So we picked two winners there. Yeah. So if you have not watched that podcast, it was last Tuesday, you should listen to it and enter for a chance to win. Because, I mean, seriously, guys, $25 gift card to Furls and a really awesome crochet magazine. Can't go wrong there. Oh, did I not update this? 21. I swear it was up. It says it's updating. Oh my gosh. Y'all don't even see it. It doesn't, it's not, okay, I got to reload my page. I clicked update at 9:30 this morning, but I haven't went back to look.
Well, right, because if you clicked update, why would you look again?
Yeah. All right. So let me just make sure it's down here, because I put everything in this morning at 9:30, early this morning, because I knew I wanted to get on here early with you. Is it there? 20? No, it's not there. Holy moly. All right. Talk amongst yourselves. Lindsay entertain. I'm going to put all this back in. I put it in this morning.
Oh my goodness. Hey, you know what? This is the fun part of being a small business owner. This is what, has anybody here read the book, The Martian? I love that book. Have you guys read that book? Or I guess seen the movie. It was a fun movie, not as good as the book. Also not surprising. That's always how it is. We've discussed this. There's a line, I guess it's actually in the movie, where the main character who gets stuck on Mars, that's why he's the Martian. That's the whole premise. He's stuck there alone and has to survive in space alone.
Isn't this a Matt Damon movie?
It is a Matt Damon movie. Okay.
I'm like, this sounds familiar.
It's very good. And what I really love about it, fun fact, here we go with the book talk again. Here we are.
Okay. All right.
The book itself was actually not originally a book. It was a blog.
Really?
Yes. The author actually wrote it as a blog. And so the Days, Souls is what it's called in the book, of Mars, because it's obviously a different number of hours than a day on Earth, because it's a different space from the planet, the sun. He would post sometimes every day, and then you could go months without an update from the character. And so I read it as a book, and when I found out it was a blog, I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus, I didn't find that earlier. Because if I'd have had to wait, I'd have been knocking down that man's door, been like, where is the next installment? It would have been real bad. Especially because there are times where you're like, oh my gosh, I think he died. There's a lot of he almost dies a lot. There's a lot of almost dying. A lot of almost dying. But in the book or in the movie, at the end of the movie, he's back on Earth and he's teaching, obviously, at NASA or some aerospace something. And of course, everyone has a million questions. Like, how did you survive on Mars? Blah, 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 right? Like, of course, they all have a million questions for the first day. Duh. And he goes, the truth of the situation is, if you solve enough problems, you get to go home. Because he's always solving a problem. There's always like, okay, how do I make water? How do I make food? How do I because he has to figure out how to live here. How do I make soil? Like, he had to live on Mars. He had to be a Martian. And you solve enough problems, you get to go home is the thing that I say to Dave. He's like, hey, how's your day? Like when we have lunch or whatever, he's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, if I solve enough problems, maybe I'll get to go home. And he knows that it's a rough day because like being a small business owner, you are constantly troubleshooting something. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's tech, whether it's customer service, whether it's like a contract with another company, whether it's your blog decides not to update randomly when it should have, your email doesn't work, or like for instance, yesterday I had a customer, she placed an order way early in December. I have emailed her 4 times because my shipping software has decided that her home does not exist. It's like, this is not a valid house number. So I Googled it because like, oh, maybe she just like transposed some numbers. It happens, like you type fast. And so I Googled it and I was like, nope. Like I can see a picture of her house from like Street View. I'm like, there it is. It's right there.
Uh-huh.
And I emailed her a couple of times because I'm like, I really want to get you your stuff. I'm so sorry. Like it's a shipping software issue. And all of my emails just got lost in space. She ended up texting me yesterday. I hadn't gotten an email from her. She ended up texting me because my phone number's on the website. She texted me and we got it worked out. But had she not texted me.
Well, like I still haven't received that email from Spark. Remember she was emailing
That's
me?
right.
I still haven't received anything.
And nothing. So I was like, she was like, try this city. Cause like, apparently she lives like on the line.
Spam risk. I'm not answering.
Okay. She lives on the line between like this city and that city in her like area. So it sometimes is this city and sometimes is that city. I've been there. I get it. And so we tried both cities. That didn't work. We updated her zip code. That didn't work. And she's like, you know what? Just mail it to my son. He lives 3 streets over. I'm like, okay.
That's funny.
His street, totally fine.
I mean, who knows, dude? Who knows? All right. I got it. It's updated.
Yay.
Looking at it. 21, day 21.
See, you solved enough problems. You get to go home today.
I swear to you guys, I put all this in there this morning. I did all this morning.
Marley, I absolutely believe you.
I'm like,
it's 2020, baby. It's holding on for dear life. It's like, no.
All right. So we have some lovely items today. I'm actually very excited. So this is from Michelle of Two Brothers Blankets. This hat, I mean, yes, it's shown in pink, and I get it that pink is not traditionally a boy color at all, but you could do this in any color, period. And this hat would be great on anybody. So like,
I love all the different textures cute on it.
Yes, I do too. I love that stitch where it kind of gives that nice sort of chain look around. Like I use that quite a bit. I used it in the Tournament of Stitches. But we're going to click here and you can see that it's going to be a Ravelry code. So I haven't looked at the pages. Actually, I just inputted everything. I didn't go and look because I wanted to look with you guys. I'm actually already subscribed to her, so I'm not going to do it again.
Also, I love a palm. I love a palm.
Love me a palm. Love it. Oh, you know what I was watching yesterday? Christmas Chronicles 2. Mm-hmm. And they put hats on the 2 main characters when they get to Santa's workshop. And I was like, oh, look at that palm. Like, you got to watch it because it's a good hat. Okay. So let's see here. Pattern inspiration. You can read through that. Oh, cute. See what I mean, y'all? Oh my gosh. That's cute.
I love that color combo.
Yes. Super cute. We crochet Brava worsted. And then I love this yarn. Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
That's a great picture.
Hats are great, you guys. Hats are such good gifts.
I love a hat as a quick gift because I can crank out, if I am working, I can crank out 2 hats in a day.
Oh yeah. Easy. Oh yeah. All right. You can purchase this crochet beanie pattern on Ravelry or Etsy. Today only use coupon code Quickie24 at checkout on Ravelry to get the pattern for free. There are multiple patterns each day, so head to my blog. So obviously you guys know all the details there. Want to try it before you buy it, check out my ever-growing list of free crochet patterns. So Obviously, if you want to try it before you buy it, there's crochet patterns. Here's a bunch of them. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, I was like, look at that friendship hat.
Yeah, that's cute. So, I mean, there's lots of stuff here for you guys to check out. Let's go up to Ravelry and get our pattern. So Quickie 24, there is something happening outside. Like I hear like big truck machinery stuff going on. I don't know what it is. All right. So Quickie 24, buy it now. Use coupon code. Control V, apply, $4 off. There you go. And it's put there. So y'all can see how that works. It does work. Yay. Michelle of Two Brothers Blankets, like she does some really, really great stuff, you guys. So take some time and like venture around her website. She's really, really good stuff. We Crochet, it's not just a magazine and such. They have a lot of really wonderful things here as well. I highly recommend going and checking them out also. Some good things happening, you guys, good things. So definitely check out more from her. I'm super happy to have her a part of this. I don't think she's been a part of this stuff before. She might have. I might be misspeaking there, but this is good. Okay. Second crochet one. Since we know that you have extra toilet paper lying around this year, Chrissy wrote this. So this is
hilarious.
I didn't expect that. You might as well make it part of the holiday decor.
I love it. I love this so much.
Grab this adorable pattern from Chris of Chrissy's Over the Mountain Crochet. Click here for the pattern. Use code ELVES2020 on Etsy or Ravelry, so you have a choice there. Super cute. I love the whole. This is hilarious. Elf toilet paper basket, and
that's the gift of 2020. Give somebody the gift of toilet paper.
That is brilliant. It's
utterly brilliant. This is utterly brilliant. This made my morning. I love you, Marley, but this is the winner of the morning.
Oh, it's great. You know what? And if you don't want to put it out at Chris, it would work for St. Patty's Day also. Just saying. Oh my gosh, that is so precious.
I love a little card she put on it too. Like that's amazing.
Gosh. I mean, there are so many. You can do this as a gift basket with, like, if somebody is sick, like you get toilet paper and wet wipes and like Listerine, or like,
you could even use it for like soup and tissues.
Yes. Cute.
I mean, like this is totally like a care basket, but like for 2020, it's toilet paper. Brilliant.
I love it so much. It's so great. All right. So what was Elves 2020?
Elves 2020 is the
Elves 2020s. I'm gonna copy that because I can. Let's see, copy, and then we're gonna go to Ravelry. Let's see, that's on Etsy. I don't ever purchase on Etsy, so I'm just gonna stick with Ravelry. If y'all are okay with that, so I'm gonna go to Ravelry. Oh, look, she has a Santa one too. Oh, this is cute. All right, buy it now. Coupon code and Control V. There you go. Check out, and it's gonna be in there. Perfect.
That is so freaking funny.
Super adorable. Super adorable. I mean, look at what cute things she has.
Oh my gosh, look at those beautiful box covers.
Yeah, dude. This is cute. I don't know her, so this is all new to me.
That skirt is awesome as too. Do you see the skirt, the rainbow skirt?
That one there? Gosh, yeah, that's cute. Quality stuff, y'all. You should come and check all this out. That's Red Heart ombre yarn.
Yeah.
I know this stuff. She has another toilet paper. That's just so smart.
So smart.
We all have toilet. That's really funny. That's really funny. I love it. I love it so much. Very cool stuff, you guys. So check out Chris of Chrissy's Over the Mountain Crochet. Really adorable stuff. Check it out. All right. And we have Brianna K back. If you guys haven't put it together yet, knit bloggers are very far and few between. Most knitters don't really do a lot of blogging, and they definitely don't give out free patterns. It's a different sort of business. I want to say different ballgame with them, but it's a different business decision for most of the knitter bloggers, knit designers. But that's where you get the beauty of people like Brianna Kay and myself, who are by Crafty, and we bring you both. So that's why you've seen Brianna quite a bit on this list. She's one of my really good friends. She loves all of you guys. She's like, hey, I want to do this. Let's do this. And so, I mean, she just says it like that. She's like, yeah, sign me up. And so here we are. Super cute. Love me a good headband. We've had this discussion. I love the long cable in this
I
one.
love a long cable.
Love a long cable.
You know, I love a long cable for a headband because it's fewer cables. But you know where else I love a long cable? Like on a sweater from like your shoulder.
Yes.
Because it's like a jewelry diet. You know what I'm talking about? You put on a long necklace, you look thinner.
Yep.
That long cable, same process.
It's beautiful. Well, I mean, that's the whole thing with the tournament of, or not tournament, the turkey trot. Like it's a very long cable down to the pocket, and it's supposed to be long and slimming. All the vertical lines in that piece.
Oh yeah, vertical lines are the best thing that ever happened to fashion.
They're really good. All right, so you guys know I am signed up for her newsletters. I'm not going to do it again. I love her stuff. I can't tell you even anymore how much I love her stuff. I love her photography. I love everything she does.
Oh my gosh, that is the cutest photo.
It is so cute. She has so many other ones too that are just great. Look at this one.
Does she have like a photographer husband or like
not husband? Her husband actually is a sportscaster, I think, locally there in Florida.
That's so cool.
But she does work with a photographer. She does, I mean, just really great stuff. And she's just, I just love her to death. I think she's so great. She does knitting and crochet. I know there is a knit version of this. I just don't know where it is. Or not knit. I meant crochet version.
Right.
Because this is the knit version that you're getting. And so if you scroll down, we did this before with her stuff. Remember, guys, there's a big gold button. And I love here that she talks about oranges to make alcohol. What? And she talks about having this orange tree bush in her yard, and she uses it to she made some alcohol with some Everclear. Right there. Like, I was like, oh, this is fun. Just some fun things that you could do. Her infinity crochet method is fabulous. I love it so much. Down here, free PDF download.
I love the big gold button.
Love the big gold button. And I love what she does here. She walks you through how to get her pattern. So you walk through all of this, you guys, and you'll be able to get the pattern that you need, however you want it. There are video support for it. Yeah, you just go through and look at everything here. I mean, look how cute that is.
Oh my gosh.
That's so crochet. Cute. That's a crochet cable. Guys, that is so pretty.
So pretty.
It's so pretty. Okay.
And the crochet, there was not a crochet, but a knitted blanket with a cable edge. Why have I never thought of that before? You know what? I'm not a designer. That's why.
It's just cute stuff. Like, it's great stuff. Cute stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
you're a magical unicorn.
Right? You're a magical unicorn. Oh, I love it. I love it.
So amazing.
All right, y'all. So that is Brianna K Designs. You guys know she is a knitter and a crocheter. So whenever you see her name pop up, it's really the best of both worlds, because crocheters can come over here and get some crochet goodness too. As I mentioned, she will actually be on the show, podcast, whatever you want to call it, tomorrow, with me, with the ladies from Crochet Foundry, because she is one of them, and we're going to be giving away a prize. So that's it. That's it for the 24 days of quickies, my friend. I know that you have got things you've got to go do. I've got things I've got to go do. And I think we should let people go on their merry little way and go do some fun stuff. My task for all of you today is do me a favor and share the 24 days of quickies with somebody, whether it's on Instagram or on Facebook, in a group, on a private message, whatever it is. Just pick one person to share it with, because you never know if that person will share it with somebody else, and it all trickles down, right? It's the snowball that starts the avalanche. So that's going to be my task for all of you today. I would love today to have like a blow up page view day, and people find me, and that would be awesome. So, all right, everybody, that's it from us today.